course, I just ran out of pepper.
Me, my grill, and I.
I don't even know, I'm making this up.
Hot. Go ahead, make fun of me.
Short rib, little pieces. Just laying them out on the platter. They've got a little bit of bone on the bottom, which is great. Makes it great to throw it on the grill and then just pick them up and eat them. It's like little beef riblets. So good. Just the right amount of fat, little marbling. That's such a fancy word, marbling. When they talk about a marbled steak or whatever, they're just talking about the fat that's in between the muscles on any meat. And when meat has good marbling, those are little pockets of moisture and deliciousness. So if you're cooking meat with marbling in it, it's gonna be tender, it's gonna be moist, it's just gonna be all the things. All right, this looks good. I use kosher salt. It's the salt that forgives. You can use a lot of it and it doesn't over season and it's delicious and it's not that expensive. Notice how I'm going high and I'm moving my fingers so the salt goes all over the meat. It doesn't just go in one place. It's all over the meat. Pepper, I like it right out of a grinder. I just think it's better when you grind from whole pepper. Of course, I just ran out of pepper. My pepper mill is empty. My social media crew said, you know what, it'd be fun to see how you put pepper in a pepper mill. So this is whole black peppercorns. So spicy black peppercorns, so underrated. What I do is I make a little cup. It's like a little protector. I don't even know, I'm making this up. And I just pour the pepper in and you see how it bounces off my hand and goes, see how it bounces off my hand, See how it,
it goes everywhere.
Perfect! Yeah, full. Expertly done. Top back on and you go. Piece of cake, look at this, perfect. No peppercorns were harmed in the making of this video. Back in that pepper. Pepper's so good, especially with beef. I love a lot of black pepper. And then we go again on the other side. Now, this is a pretty thin cut, so I don't want to get too far gone, because there is such a thing as over seasoning meat. We know that. Then I just turn them over, and I move them around on the plate so that it absorbs anything left over so we don't waste anything. Salt again, sprinkling, and then pepper. And now, we hit the grill.
Shall we? No filming my okay, thank you very much. Thanks for playing. About to put these little niblets of short rib on the grill, and it's the golden hour, and the charcoal is hot. Ooh, yeah. I love this. Me, my grill, and I. Hello, blooper reel. Go ahead, make fun of me. There she goes again. Right on here. Charcoal, backyard, hungry dog. This is such a good cut of meat. Quick cooking, short rib, marbling, a little bit of bone to grab onto. Single layer right on the charcoal, right over the charcoal. I love doing stuff like this, cooking, hanging in my yard. And now we meditate. All right, so we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Makes no sense, but you know, sometimes cooking is just sitting in your yard, right? Smells so good. Stop it, Papa. Okay, thank you. I grew up in an apartment building in Midtown Manhattan, okay? My dad had a grill like this, like a little guy like this, and he would go on the roof of the building in Midtown and grill meat and bring it down on the roof. I understand why, and here I am, cycle of life. So look, here's the platter I brought the meat out on. We seasoned it on here, but one thing you never want to do is don't put the cooked meat back on the platter where you had the raw meat, right? You just want to keep the raw and the cooked separate when you're cooking meat. So I'm going to get another platter and separate and put the cooked meat on there. You know what I mean? Church and state. I love this feeling. Can you see that fat just like crisping, sizzling? Just give them a flip. These are quick cooking. A few minutes on each side. The smell of that charcoal. Oh yeah. This makes me happy. You know, I cook a lot of food for other people. This food I'm cooking for me. People say chefs are weird, right? Like we scoop caviar on potatoes all night long, and then we go home and we eat like, you know, Doritos. Now you're seeing what I'm cooking for myself. By the way, that's hilarious.
What is that?
It's a bag. All right, let's let these cook a couple minutes and then we're good. All right, I've got some barbecue sauce in my yard. This is my homemade barbecue sauce. Same recipe my mom used when I was growing up. Now I've got a whole quart of this. I don't need all that. And I don't want to dip my brush from the meat in the whole container. So just separate out what you think you need and keep this from getting contaminated or mixed with the meat you're cooking. You know what I mean? Got my clean plate for where the meat's gonna go now that it's cooked. I've got my brush, I've got my barbecue sauce, I'm in my yard. Are you ready? Right on there. Just a little paint. This makes me happy. Oh yeah. Are you taking a nose bath? Can you smell this? This barbecue sauce is so easy. A little ginger, garlic, ketchup, soy sauce, Worcestershire, and attitude. I really could sit here and just brush this. You know, that's the thing we chefs don't get to do enough of, right? When we're cooking in a restaurant, we enjoy the energy of rushing. And by the way, the other thing I want to say is, you notice how I'm even brushing it over the little bones? So that when you mouth eats those bones, it's getting some of that sauce. I'm getting hungry. And you can put a bowl of this sauce on the side on the table and just let people dunk. You know, like they're in the car. Like they're in the car at the drive-thru, like dipping in 5 containers of sauce. You know how we do? I think we're good here. You just cook these on both sides till they're done. It's like a few minutes on it. We're going off the grill. Now look, this is my serving vessel. Right? Like if my friends were over, whatever. This is gonna be my final plate up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually gonna just take another spoonful of this and just put a little on the bottom. So that when the pieces land, they've got a little extra sauce. No one ever said, oh my God, there's too much delicious sauce. And then right off the grill and drop it right on that sauce. Come on, seriously? And you can put anything on here. You could just put salt and pepper and a squeeze of lemon. You can make like a salsa verde or a chimichurri. You could just put soy sauce and ginger. Look at that. Stop it. These are my short ribs cooked on the grill with barbecue sauce. Very serious. All right, let's eat it. I mean, honestly, right? First of all, you can put your barbecue sauce in here, or you can make mine and put it on there. But the ginger and the other flavors going on here, I love ketchup and barbecue sauce. I don't care if it's not fancy enough for you. I love a good old American ketchup barbecue sauce. And this meat, the taste of the charcoal. How long does this take to cook? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? And this is so good. I'm gonna eat this whole plate in the yard.